he was talking about, you guys have the numbers, you should look it up. Well, he's got the numbers too.
Yeah, look it up.
Well, we did.
Yeah.
And guess what? The rate of positive tests among unvaccinated NFL personnel was 7 times higher than the rate of positive tests among vaccinated personnel.
Right.
7 times.
Right. So that's 7 foot longs. Put it in subway terms. That's 7 foot longs, Coach Belichick, versus 1.
So I appreciated what Nancy Armour wrote today in USA Today. It was scathing and it was potent and it was powerful. But she said Belichick's misconstruing of the facts is downright dangerous. And that's what you just said. It's downright dangerous.
Yes.
Because I got to tell you, it comes close to sounding like it's anti-vax.
Correct.
Does it not?
Yes.
It's like, who cares? You can still get it.
Right.
Well, yeah, you can still get it. But if you do, your chances of avoiding a hospital bed and a ventilator are way better than if you're not vaccinated. Hasn't that been proven?
That's been proven, Skip. On a hot day, you've been around practices. On a hot day, the coaches always tell the players, make sure you drink plenty of water. Get your electrolytes in. Skip, there's no guarantee that water and electrolytes are going to stop you from cramping or get you dehydrated.
No,
It greatly minimizes your chances.
Greatly.
That's all we're saying. It greatly reduces your chance for having the most severe symptoms. The hospitalizations, Coach Belichick, you know that. I got the chickenpox vaccine. I still got the chickenpox. My brother got the chickenpox and the measles vaccine. He got both.
But it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Because back in the day, children were dying.
They could kill you, absolutely,
right?
yes.
I think I got a polio one, too. I think I'm way back.
I think you got all of them.
Yeah, I still got a little, scar.
I still got that scar on the back.
Yeah.
Kid, I don't think kids get it today.
I don't know, but nobody fought it then because everybody thought, well, it's life or death.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, this can certainly be life or death.
Correct. Your people, last I checked, people are still dying from COVID.
Well, every time I look up in the hot spot areas, the hospitals are beyond capacity still.
Right.
And I will say this. I happened to speak yesterday to an NFL owner. I will not name him, but we were talking about how COVID was impacting right now. And we started talking about the Delta variant. Don't want to get too detailed here, but we know it's out there.
Right.
And we know it has proven to be more contagious than the first go-around, right? And his point to me was that there's concern throughout the NFL that this year rosters could get hit even harder than last year because they're not in sort of bubble circumstance where they're not bubble rules with each team because of vaccination rates. There's up to around, I think that league is around 93% players, 99% personnel executives. But still, because the Delta variant is so contagious and they're not controlling the lives of the players quite the way they used to, just as far as getting it, that it could be more widespread than even last year. So they have to be ready to react with these 5-day type periods where you're going to have players miss a game because of COVID. And it's going to be maybe worse on rosters than a year ago, so you better be ready with your backups. And we're going to talk in a few minutes here about, like, the Cowboys' backup quarterback. Well, it's becoming a bigger and bigger deal because your quarterback might get COVID and miss a game.
And you see what they've done, Skip. They've expanded the practice squad to 16, and now you can activate at least 2 guys per week.
Got to.
Up to the active roster without doing all the jumping through hoops to get it done. So they understand what's at stake here. Everybody say a lot of teams, a lot of coaches and owners and general managers seem to understand, except Coach Belichick. Because what Coach Belichick is upset about, Skip, he thinks we're questioning his coaching and his decision-making. We're not questioning that, Coach. You know more football than probably everybody that's talking about this subject. More football. We're not saying that was the only reason that Cam Newton is no longer the quarterback. We're saying that was a reason, not the main reason. Mac Jones played well, but Skip, I give it to you and let's just say an employee at a regular job, not a football. I got 2 employees. Both of these guys are great. But one guy just somehow just can't seem to be on time. Which guy you think is more likely to keep his job?
Got it.
One guy's vaccinated, one guy isn't. One guy can blow up the season. One guy, there's a less likely a chance that happens. Come on, Coach Belichick.
So again, can't stop players from maybe getting the Delta variant of COVID.
Correct.
And 68 were positive through the month of August. That's a pretty high number.
Right.
And yet, the difference is if you're vaccinated and you get it, by all accounts, your symptoms will be mild to none.
None.
Okay?
Correct. Yes.
That's the point of the vaccination. It keeps you out of the hospital, and it keeps you more upright than Cam was last year. What happened to Cam last year? He got COVID, and I think he got hit pretty hard by all accounts.
Right.
And I think it hurt his ability to perform over the next couple, 3 weeks. Is that correct?
I believe so. Skip, what does Coach Belichick stress more than anything? Team. Yeah. Okay, we're a team. Well, I want everybody to meet. I want everybody to be here on the time. Okay, when the lion's share of the players are doing what's team-friendly, which is getting the vaccine so they can be counted on, one guy isn't. How does he look at that? Normally, when guys go against Coach Belichick's system, what does he do, Skip? He get them up out of there. Anybody that's gone against that have challenged Coach Belichick or didn't play very long with the New England Patriots. His authority is to be unquestioned, unchallenged. So, Skip, we're challenging his authority. We're challenging his ability to select players. No, we're not, Coach. All we're saying is we believe that was one of the mitigating factors in which Cam Newton, because your guy, first of all, Mac Jones is your guy. You selected him. Cam isn't. That's a factor. You selected one guy in the 15th round, the other guy you got in the free agent. That's a factor. The guy learned the system a lot faster than you thought he would. Okay, Cam, guy's vaccinated. Cam isn't. So all of those are factors. Skip, it's not one thing. Coach Belichick made it seem like, well, the only reason he got the job because he wasn't vaccinated. Nobody said that, Coach. That's you being in your feelings, thinking someone is challenging you.
Because he is all ears listening to what's being said.
I don't know nothing about MySpace and my book and all that. He didn't know anything about that. But y'all keep talking. Well, how you know what we talking about?
It smacked of the press conference that he called after Deflategate broke off the AFC Championship game night in Foxborough versus the Indianapolis Colts and Andrew Luck. Remember this? Then there were 2 weeks ahead of the Super Bowl versus Seattle at Phoenix. And on the Saturday in the middle, before they left to go to Phoenix.
They were leaving, I think they were leaving that Sunday.
He called his own media session. Called all the reporters together. This is the guy who avoids all contact at all costs, right? He hates his media availability because he wanted to tell everybody, basically, don't look at me. Ask my quarterback about the deflated football. I don't know anything about deflate. And to your point, oh, you practice with wet footballs?
Frozen footballs?
Frozen footballs? he even went Mona Lisa Vito out of My Cousin Vinny the movie because she knew everything about cars is how they won the lawsuit, remember, at the end of the movie, because she knew every detail of every old, classic car. And the point is, he said, I'm not any Mona Lisa Vito. I don't know that much about... Baloney, you're the guy, you're the genius, you know everything about football's deflation or inflation, right?
Exactly.
And I believe that moment, that press conference, was the beginning of the end of Belichick and Brady. And this is all the way back to the 2014 season.
He threw him under the bus.
He threw him under the bus. And now he's trying to throw vaccinations under the bus just to protect his kid quarterback. He's mine. I chose him. Don't try to disqualify him. Don't discredit him. He's my guy. I don't care about vaccination. Baloney.
Exactly. And that's the thing, Skip. And look, it's hard, Skip, when you selected Brady and you've gotten Gronk, you've gotten two guys on the 100th anniversary team. Everybody else forgets all the misses that he's had. He has a lot of misses. He got a guy on the injured reserve, his wide receiver that he took in the first round 2 years ago, Skip, hasn't lived up to expectations.
N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal Harry. A lot of his receivers hadn't lived up to expectations.
I'm not sure any has that he's picked.
The two tight ends that he selected in the second and third round, or the third and fourth round last year. He went out and replaced those. So he's had a lot of failures. There have been a lot to question, Coach Belichick, but we're not questioning you on this. We believe that it played a role. Not the role, a role. Two separate things.
Look, you and I go round and round about how much credit he deserves for building and coaching the dynasty, and I give him 25% and Brady 75%. But the point is, this is the side of Belichick. it just rubs me the wrong way because he does have, as I always say, some scoundrel in him.
Of course.
See Spygate.
Yes.
See a lot of things that have happened. And this is another case of the scoundrel coming out just a little bit to protect a move, a very bold move that he just made.
Yeah, Skip, look, Coach Belichick is an unbeliever. He's a great coach. I believe he's the greatest coach to coach in the NFL. But he makes it real easy for you to root against his team because some of the things that he does is like, I got ticked off when I was at the other network about, Skip, you know, in an AFC championship game, normally the losing coach, they come out, they'll talk to the reporter, you know, it was a great season. It didn't go quite the way we wanted to, but hey, we got a lot to be proud of. It's not the ending that we wanted. What does Coach Belichick do? Now, all the other coaches, from Tony Dungy to Bill Cowher to all the other coaches, they come out and do it. He sends some player out that you've never heard of, that you have no idea who he is unless you're from that region. That's what he does. And everybody's like, okay, cool with it. No, I'm not cool with that. Come out there and face it because you quick to talk when you win, but now all of a sudden you lose.